Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're hopping into the next episode of the 100. This is season number 2, episode number 15. Blood Must Have Blood, part 1 of 2. So we're here, guys. We're at the end game, the end of season 2. I'm very, very interested to see how we're going to wrap this up. I know it's a two-parter, and I know I kind of asked you guys if I wanted to do this in like one go, like treat it as like a mini movie, like watch them both back to back. But to be honest, it's just going to create more of like an editing problem for me. Not necessarily a problem, but just because editing is kind of time consuming, and editing movies does take me like a long time. This is why you don't see them very often on the channel. But I'm just going to keep them separately. Hope I didn't bum anybody out, but we are going to watch both, obviously. And you'll maybe, if I'm nice, or if you guys are nice, I'll have both videos up at the same time, or at least relatively quick, like a day apart or something. But we'll figure that out when we get there. But yeah, we're here. Last episode, God, where are we at? Where are we at? Clark and Lexa. There was a kiss, but there was something more between Wick and Raven. Definitely want to see what's happening there, but obviously the most important stuff is the war between the Grounders and the Mountain Men. Like, we destroyed the veil, or whatever they call it. We destroyed the tank, so they're no longer able to make the acid fog, and the Mountain Men, or Mount Weather itself, has no other way to really combat the threat. They have nothing left. Emerson said that the only thing they have left is the doors. Not really sure what that means. Possibly just opening the doors and just... I don't even know. What does that even mean? So I guess we'll figure that out. I know there's going to be probably like one hell of a battle or something. Jaha and Murphy and their group, they're crossing a body of water. They're following a drone in a boat, trying to find the City of Light. They did find like this graveyard of solar panels where there was a drone. Definitely interested to seeing who was flying that and where have they been all this time. That's what I'm kind of like really like digging about the show, is that it's sci-fi. It's actually one of my favorite genres, and the fact that we're constantly expanding. Like, I didn't expect a whole Mount Weather thing in the story. I thought the show was literally going to be about teenagers or young adults. Sorry if using the term teenagers offends anybody, but young adults, like, in the woods, trying to survive. I didn't expect it to get, like, dark or gritty. Like, some of these storylines are really, really good. And I can't wait to see how certain characters develop. Like, this show is also not afraid to pull any punches. They will, like, kill off a character. Like, they basically set that up in season 1 when they killed off Wells, like, almost immediately. That just, like, really pissed me off. But, yeah, the show has, like, been a roller coaster. And while there's, like, things I really like about it, like everything that has to do with Jaha, I think I've consistently liked his character throughout. That's, like, full 2 seasons that I'm just, like, I've really, really liked this character. And, whatchamacallit, Murphy I've really liked. Bellamy's okay, but he's kind of dipped a little bit. So maybe he'll have like big moments in the finale here. Clark, oh man, it kind of feels shitty to say, but she really took a nosedive in this season, and it's definitely a writing problem, because the way they're writing her is just like too unbelievable for me. And I know that she's like a lot of people's favorite characters, and I know I'm probably gonna upset a lot of people by saying this, but I think I've flipped the coin on Clark. We'll see what happens with her character from here, because I'm always willing to kind of give people this a second chance, characters and like that, especially when they can turn themselves around and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it's like with Finn. That's not a good example. It's never really liked Finn. I mean, Harper is a better example. Harper started off as like a nobody, and then I kind of started growing to like her because they started using her more and more. We had that sympathetic attachment to her because she was basically the lab rat Link between the survivors in Mount Weather and the threat that is the Doctor and the Mountain Men, etc., etc. So what they did was they created like a situation where I actually cared about her, and that's when. But before she was just like a nobody. But that I think that's a better example of how like they can just kind of flip things around and kind of keep things fresh. And I don't know. I feel like someone's dying in this two-parter. Not necessarily this episode, but maybe the next part. But someone's definitely dying. If not, I don't know. We'll see what happens, but yeah, I don't want to keep up any more of your guys' time. I do want to hop in and see what this episode's all about so we can just finish the season all up together. But before I do, I want to remind you guys that I do have Patreon, so if you want to skip the YouTube highlights and watch this episode with me in its entirety, that option's available to you right now over on Patreon. Links are in the description down below or pinned in the top comment. If you can't support me on Patreon, you can always support me right here on YouTube. All you gotta do is drop a like, comment down below what you want to see me react to next. Subscribe if you haven't already. It's free. And of course, share it with your friends. Helps you, helps me, helps the channel grow. Everybody wins in the end. That being said, let's stop talking. Let's hop into this episode and have a good time and talk about me afterwards. All right, guys. Here we go. Oh, is that girl still there? How long has it been since you said you'd come back for her?
People marching on Mount Weather right now. There's an army inside this room, and I need you to help me get them ready to fight. Can you do that?
We probably should have had this conversation a lot earlier than this. So they all had like a way to plan for this.
Too much.
So it's not pure chaos like this. Who are you? I like her.
Okay.
Just woman. Okay.
My fellow citizens, this is your president speaking.
He's going public. Here, I'll be back.
Where are you going?
You get your people ready to go, but you wait for me to come back. Do you understand?
Why would she wait?
Thank you.
We can thank each other when we're all outside.
Fair enough.
Please. Do what's right for your people. Our people.
We're almost home.
That's an okay speech.
What are they doing?
How do they have cameras like that?
Preparing to attack. Without the veil, there is nothing we can do from the inside. Sir, the longer we wait...
We came looking for a fight, Emerson. Doesn't mean we need to give them one.
That's probably the smartest thing you've said.
They can't touch us.
What if they break down the doors?
Go door to door. Find them.
Cage is kind of one note as a character.
Then you've got nothing to worry about.
God, lady, you're like the worst.
Where are they?
Just pull them. You have 5 seconds to cooperate, please.
Don't do that! Wait! Please don't shoot!
What the fuck? Holy shit! Wow. Ballsy. I did not expect that, like, at all.
Welcome, Sky.
Join us.
Field commanders.
Today's the day we get our people back.
This is a rescue mission. We kill their soldiers, their leadership if we have to. But we are there to rescue our people. There are 4 teams. 2 of them, at the dam and in the mine, are moving into position already. The 3rd, inside the mountain, is freeing the grounder prisoners as we speak. It is our job, as the 4th team, to keep the eyes of the enemy off of them for as long as possible. According to Maya, the electromagnetic locking system has one flaw. When the power goes out, it disengages.
How much time do we have until the backup power kicks in?
1 minute. That's the window.
Why don't we just take out the backup generator too?
Leaving them without power that long would kill them all. And as I said, that's not the mission.
They're gonna do that anyway. You already can tell.
While we're fighting at the front door, Indra's team will be escorting the prisoners out the back. We'll be back home before Mount Weather even knows they're gone.
Sounds very simple. But you know that's not gonna happen.
Thanks to our alliance with the Sky People, the mountain will fall. We spare the innocent.
As for the guilty, Just train. Just down.
In chains.
Out of the way, Vincent.
That's my daughter.
She's been aiding and abetting the outsiders. You need to get out of our way.
I won't let you take her, Paul.
She knows where they're hiding. Now step aside. I'm not gonna ask you again.
Sorry, Paul.
God damn. Yeah, this show got like a lot more violent. I've noticed that.
Your mother would be so proud. I'll see you soon.
That should do it. Bombs away.
As soon as I'm done, you set the detonator.
I know the plan, Raven. It's my plan.
Are we gonna talk about it?
Fine. Jeez, you can tell me a damn joke already. Get it?
Jokes are terrible.
They're not.
They are.
I liked you better before we had sex.
Right back at you.
What? What was that about?
Can't leave if you push him away first, right? How's that working out for you so far?
Okay.
We'll get started on number 5.
I really don't care about this anymore. Wow, they really ruined that.
Wick, watch out! Give me the last bomb.
You broke it? Or someone broke it?
How bad is it? It's bad. They're going after our power. There is an army outside of our main door, and they're drilling into it. I underestimated the commander.
Yeah, you're a fucking idiot. Literally an idiot.
It was Clark. You've killed us. 1 week in office, and you've managed to turn neighbor against neighbor. You lost our outer defenses, and now a door that hasn't been breached in 97 years is going to fall.
Yeah, I'd be pretty pissed too. If I had an idiot ass son like this.
I need your help. Your people need your help. They'll destroy everything.
You already have.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
Is there a way? I'm trying to figure something out. Like, what can they do?
What will you do when it's over?
I have no idea.
You want to be with me?
What do you want?
Basically what I said.
I can't think past today.
Damn, Lexa.
You should come with me to the Capitol. Willis will change the way you think about us.
You already have.
Today, Wick!
I'm moving as fast as I can. Actually, I can go faster. Push the damn button, Raven!
Don't move! Show me your...
Damn it.
Okay, Emerson. They got the power. Start the clock. 1 minute.
I'm very interested to see how this is gonna work. Yeah.
What's wrong? Why isn't it working?
30 seconds!
That's cool. Damn. Damn. This is cool. Feels realistic.
3, 2... It worked!
It worked? Nothing happened.
Not much time. The last 12 are on this level.
This way.
Attention. Class 1 quarantine protocols are now in effect. All citizens must report to level 5 immediately.
Chester, in 30 minutes, all backup power gets diverted for species continuity. I can't go to level 5 without being shot in the head.
Get your hazmat suit.
But Maya is gonna make it out, right?
After the lockdown, it'll be almost impossible to get them out. It's now or never.
You've done well, Octavia. Come Triqueta crew. You're one of us now.
I mean, she's more deserving of that title than Clark, I'll say that much. That's still kind of annoying.
Lexa did it.
Starring Tom Cruise as the Last Samurai.
Train your fire on the door.
Uh-oh. Betrayal? What's about to happen?
What is this? They're surrendering.
Not quite.
What? What's going on here? What does that mean?
What you would have done.
What?
Save my people.
What did what?
My people. I'm sorry, Clark.
Wait a minute.
They weren't part of the deal.
Made the right choice, Commander.
The duty to protect my people comes first.
Wow.
Please don't do this. I'm sorry, Clark.
Wow, what a bitch.
Take us around us loud.
I am legit shocked that we are doing this. What?
Can we meet again?
The retreat. She's like, what's going on?
We're retreating. We have to go. Now.
Angela, wait. They're still in there.
And our commander's out there.
Please. This was the plan. Reapers
Plans change.
I'm not going anywhere without my brother.
You are no longer my second.
Well, what a waste of a storyline that was. Didn't do anything with that. But okay, we'll see what happens next. Who are in those boxes? No one's just hanging? What the hell?
Kyle?
No, no way. I'm not going anywhere without you.
Please don't leave me.
Not a chance.
So if they don't kill them immediately, I don't know. I mean, they shot like that couple for just harboring fugitives. These guys actually blew up generators. And if they don't kill them, then what?
You were right. She took the deal. You're a hero to your people. We've won.
No, we haven't. Not yet.
Clark's gonna come back.
They'll never stop. No parent ever would.
We'll be on level 5 until the turbines are fixed. Come down when you're ready.
He's free now. But can he live with himself for doing what he just did?
Clark. Clark, come on. It's over. I'm sorry.
Does this mean war on the commander?
It can't be over.
Okay, guys, so that was the 100 Season 2, Episode 15, Blood Must Have Blood, Part 1. Huh. I did not expect that to happen. So the commander screwed us. And in a way, Old Man Wallace screwed us too. Because he obviously wants to save his people, and they're in an act of desperation, and the only way that they could save themselves was to sacrifice the Arkers. I actually like that term, the Arkers, so I'm gonna keep using that. Yeah, I didn't see that coming. I was trying to figure out what would their plan be, but that makes sense. We'll let your people go, but you know, now we're at peace. No harm, no foul. So interesting. Now, whoever our people are trapped inside Mount Weather, all alone and exposed. literally marked for death. Because they're going to get that bone marrow one way or another. And I'm very interested to see if they actually succeed with that. Because this felt like an actual season finale, but then there's actually one more episode, so I'm just like, ooh, yay, cool. We got one more episode to go, but if they would have ended the season like this, I probably wouldn't have been too mad, but I would have been like, damn, really? That's it? So, which is why I'm kind of glad that there's one more episode, because I feel like we have to touch upon what's happening with Jaha, and I guess what's happening with Abby. I don't think it matters what's happening with Abby right now, because Camp Jaha is like so inconsequential. They're just there for like support. I think they're even here. Like, well, I didn't see Abby in this episode, so I don't know what she was doing. Interesting. But yeah, we didn't get the big war, the big battle that I wanted, but we did get that twist at the end where Lexa screwed us. Now, I can't help but think that Lexa screwed over Clark because Clark didn't give her the answer that she wanted, because Lexa was asking her these like interesting questions like, what are you going to do when it's all over? What do you want? And Clark just had these like one word throwaway answers like nothing, I don't know, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I think that hurt Lexa because she probably thinks that Clark is just going to use her, or was just using her to kind of get her own people out. Because maybe Lexa was thinking Clark was going to screw her over first and sacrifice the Grounders for her own people. And then Lexa wanted to screw Clark before Clark screwed Lexa. So I think that's what's happening here. Lexa wanted to beat Clark to the punch, but just the fact that we saw Lexa like with smeared blood on her face and with that eerie smile saying, you know, they made a deal, you know, and then basically shaking hands with Emerson in front of Clark. You know what I'm saying? Lexa with that heel turn in the terms of pro wrestling. She turned heel. She aligned with her enemies in the sake of, you know, protecting her own people. That shit was crazy. I did not see that coming. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very interested in seeing how this all wraps up before we get into season 3. Because I will say season 2 has been very good. And when we get certain like storylines like this, I'm very like invested. And I have noticed that this show has kind of picked it up a lot in terms of like the violence and the actions. Like everything in this episode, when it came to like killing, was brutal as fuck, man. Like I don't know what it is. Like this show, what was it? TV 14 on TV? No way, right? It had to have been TV MA at least, because on Netflix it's rated TV MA. Otherwise, maybe it was heavily edited on the CW. Like maybe you didn't see all this. Maybe this is the unedited version on Netflix or the uncensored version or whatever. But this is crazy. I did not expect, because even Supernatural doesn't really go all out like that. And they have some pretty gruesome shit on their show too. So that's why I'm kind of like, it takes me back a little bit, just because I'm like, they really got away with that on the CW? So that was crazy. As far as everything else goes, the only thing I can really like think of what's going to happen in the next episode, outside of the like getting back to Jaha and crossing the body of water and trying to make it to the City of Light, outside of that, I'm guessing Clark is going to find out, or she's going to kind of like, maybe she is going to like expose Lexa, you know, about the missile, and that's going to destroy the clans. Maybe it's going to be that kind of chess match between them, you know. So Lexa won this round, and Clark will win the next round, next episode. So I don't know, but I'm guessing it's like Clark said at the end, it can't be over. There's no way. Clark is going to do something to fire back. Because if there's one thing that I will say that's kind of a positive about Clark, is when she can be ruthless. But I only feel like she's that way because of Bellamy. I don't know what it is, but ever since Clark and Bellamy were kind of like at odds with one another back in season 1, it feels like they needed to play off of each other, to learn off of each other in order to kind of create the ultimate leader. And the fact that Clarke is so heavily leaning on Bellamy this season, it makes me like see a lot of Bellamy in her. And that can make for interesting storylines, because I didn't expect season 1 Clarke to be the one to kill Finn. And that was like a big thing. Even though they totally like butchered Finn's storyline and they just made him like completely unlikable. But seeing Clarke do stuff like that, it's like, okay, she's definitely changed. Not necessarily for the better, but not necessarily for the worse, but she's definitely changed. She's definitely annoying, I'll say that much. But she's definitely a different character. And it's interesting because I can't really predict what she's going to do. I can just only assume that she's going to do something not necessarily dumb, but do something that I'm not a fan of, you know? So I guess we'll figure all that out in the next episode, but I'm very, very intrigued on how they're going to wrap up this season and how or what type of cliffhanger they're going to set up for season 3, because if I do recall, in the season 1 finale, they set up the Mountain Men, right? Like they had like literal, like they threw gas bombs, and then you had soldiers coming out of the fog with masks and automatic weapons and laser sights. So you're like, holy shit, what is this? What is this? You know what I'm saying? So I'm interested to see how the show continues to move forward, but we still have one episode to go in the season. Very interested to see where it goes. As far as our rating goes for this one, I don't know, high 8 maybe. The only thing I'm not really a fan of now is the Wick. Not necessarily the Raven and Wick pairing, but Wick in general, it feels like they just have someone else writing for him because he is so unlikable now. I don't know what it is, but he and Raven in this episode, not for me. I mean, they were kind of caught at the end, so I'm guessing they're gonna work together to get out of this, and that'll probably bring them back closer together, but I'm not really a fan of that. Oh, and I'm not really a fan of them wasting the Octavia being Indra's second storyline. She was like her second for like how many episodes? Like a couple? And then now, just because she's like, no, we can't retreat. We have to go with the plan. Indra's like, you're no longer my second. And I'm just like, oh, well, okay. Barely knew what a second actually means. Would have liked to have like actually spent an entire episode with the Grounders learning about the hierarchy and, you know, the how everything is kind of laid out and the structure of everything. I would have loved to have seen an episode like that, but they already threw it away. So I'm just like, oh, okay, whatever. So being her second was literally for nothing. So that was disappointing. But outside of that, still a good episode. Can't wait to see how we end the season, and I think I'm just going to end it there. Alright guys, if you guys enjoyed my review, enjoyed my reaction, you guys want to see this video with me in its entirety, that option is available to you right now over on Patreon. Links are in the description down below, or pinned in the top comment. If you can't support me on Patreon, you can always support me right here on YouTube. All you gotta do is drop a like, comment down below what you want to see me react to next, subscribe if you haven't already, it's free, and of course, share it with your friends. Helps you, helps me, helps the channel grow. Everybody wins in the end. That being said, I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys next time in the next episode of The 100, Season 2, Episode 16, the final episode of the season, as we move forward into the story. Till then, adios.
And if you liked what you saw, tell your friends, tell your family, tweet about it, and if you didn't like it, shut the fuck up.